Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Flame Emperor episode number 526 based on novel. So let's start. Fighting the heavenly gods. Flame Emperor. You. Hearing Cai Lin's tone, the demon realm world lord's body suddenly froze, and there was an extremely angry growl in the corners of his eyes. There is a lot of news about the center of the demon world in the inheritance of the 10-colored swallowing python. Facing the demon world master in a state of rage, Kaylin stretched out her slender fingers and swayed the jade bottle in her palm at will. The original blood essence of the 10-color swallowing python in the jade bottle is completely different from the blood essence given to the Tianxia blood tiger. In order to condense this drop of blood essence, Kaylin has spent a lot of effort. In the entire temple, the smell of gunpowder was suppressed to the extreme, as if it would explode completely at any time, because no one knew what kind of ferocious killing power was brewing in the scarlet eyes of the demon realm world lord. Senior, how are you thinking? After a moment of silence, Xiao Yan spoke again, and his voice was filled with a look of joy and fearlessness. Now that the strength of the three of them adds up, it is unlikely that they will lose to the demon world master. I want 2 drops, otherwise let's talk about it. The fierce eyes of the demon realm boundary master gradually became dull, and then he stretched out ***** and said solemnly, "Kaylin, let's go." Hearing the words of the demon realm boundary master, Xiao Yang let out a wry smile, grabbed Kaylin's slender arm with his palm, raised his footsteps and walked out of the temple with a speed that was outrageous. However, when he left here, even the demon realm boundary master did not notice the fleeting smile on Xiao Yang's mouth. Fortunately, amid the endless greed and life, the demon realm boundary master chose the latter. If you choose the former, this thing will be more difficult to handle. Between the quiet mountains and forests, Xiao Yang and Kaylin burst out. When they moved to an open space, their palms twitched, and the time channel to return to the endless fire field quietly poured out. The space-time passage is incomparably deep, and the majestic power of space fills it. Once Xiao Yang and the 2 of them pour into it, they will embark on a journey of return. Did you just leave like this? At the moment when the footsteps began to move and stepped into the space-time passage, a rare regret appeared on Kaylin's lazy face, and the charming snake eyes slowly stared at the temple of the distant demon world, but found that guy it turned out to be standing still, unmoved. Forget it. Since the senior is greedy for the rank of the god of fighting, then keep it, and the junior is just collecting this thing at the order of the Xiao clan. However, according to the inheritance power of the 10-colored sky-swallowing python, his life is probably less than 10 years. If he can't break through within 10 years, I'm afraid he will be completely destroyed under the 8th catastrophe. Let's go, it's time to go home, these things are no longer our concern. As soon as the voice fell, the 2 stood up hand in hand, stepped directly into the spacetime channel, and returned to the endless fire domain. Who, 2 sly guys. In an instant, just when the 2 of them were just touching the spacetime channel, a green sky covered their bodies instantly, and an invisible demon force, like some kind of extraordinary force, mobilized several forces in their bodies at the same time. This is the true power of the demon world master. The most powerful power that is close to the 8-fold reincarnation order. Feeling the strange green sky all over his body, a brilliant 10-colored halo flashed in Kaylin's eyes, and the 10-colored snake spirits emerged together behind him, and a terrifying power that devoured the sky and devoured the earth completely descended. Do not. Xiao Yang stretched out his hand to stop Kaylin, who was about to use all his strength, and a soft smile appeared on his face. The demon realm boundary master still couldn't sit still. But having said that, Kaylin has all the inheritance of the 10-colored sky-swallowing python, even if it is only a 6th-level reincarnation level, but its true strength, combined with the 10-colored snake spirit, even if he is not fully confident to defeat her. Today's Kaylin seems to have once again incarnated into the glamorous and arrogant Medusa Queen on the Dochi continent. No. To be precise, she is probably the most feared queen of the sky-swallowing python in the entire Great Thousand World. This transaction is accepted by the master. Although it was a little helpless, there was still a burst of relief in the old eyes of the demon world boundary master. The wood spirit orb is indeed very precious. It is a treasure passed down from generation to generation by the demon world masters of all dynasties, and it is even related to entering the Do God. But he spent too much of his origin and vitality in order to break through the 8th tier. He doesn't dare to gamble. Especially now that the Second World War has begun, as the master of the demon world, he must maintain the safety of countless lives in the demon world. Happy trading. Following the opening of the demon realm boundary master, Xiao Yang reached out and took the jade bottle in Kalin's hand and completed the transaction with him. In his hands, in addition to the fire spirit orb obtained from the Guardian clan, the water spirit orb obtained from the immortal realm, and now he has also obtained the wood spirit orb. 5 spirit beads, 3 of them have been obtained. The heavenly evil blood tiger will stay in the center of the demon world. The alliance in a few days, I hope the world master will contribute. After clarifying the precautions for blood essence and finishing everything here, Xiao Yang just said politely. He knew that in the next period of time, the world master of the demon world would probably fall into seclusion and hit the real 8th level. That's natural. Now the fairy world, the ghost world, and our demon world are places that can be trusted. Adding your endless fire domain, it's not bad. Farewell. For a time Xiao Yang and Kalin slowly returned towards the endless fire realm. This trip to the demon realm was a rewarding experience. Just as Xiao Yang and the two left, and the demon realm world master was arranging a series of events in the demon realm, a chaotic figure quietly sneaked into the demonic beast sky at the center of the demon realm. 10-colored swallowing python, the king of all beasts, and even the corpses of several first-generation world masters, the deity accepted it with a smile. But I have used countless methods to test and check, and I have determined that Xiao Yang does not have the fluctuations of his previous life, but this 9th life, where is it? If I don't completely eradicate all his power, I will feel uneasy. After all, that guy, whether it is his means or wisdom, is too extraordinary. Although there are several auras around him that are close to the 7th or even 8th layer sky curtain coffin, the figure bathed in the milky white halo still looks distressed. Xiao Yang, you have to grow up quickly, those two guys are very ambitious, they won't give you too much time. The lives of the two of them, as well as the kingdom of angels, still need you to settle for me, and this seat will definitely not treat you badly. The gloomy voice sounded, and suddenly the world returned to peace again, but in the sleeping cave of the past world masters in the center of the demon world, the corpses of those figures that had been destroyed for countless years, unexpectedly recovered strangely, and then followed the latter and left quietly. Here, no one found it. The combined strength of those many powerhouses can be said to be extremely terrifying, and perhaps only the real powerhouses of the ninefold reincarnation can deal with it. But, in the entire Great Thousand World, how many people are there in the 9th level reincarnation? What is the purpose of this guy? Everything seems to be confusing. Fighting the heavenly god's Flame Emperor. The trip to the demon world ended, and the two returned to the Endless Fire domain. Today's Endless Fire territory headquarters, a huge territory, is sheltered by the Holy Flame Sea, and the raging fire is burning, which sets off its prestige incisively and vividly. In the Endless Fire domain, it seems that no evil aura can be mixed into it. After all, it has the protection of the Holy Flame Sea, and it is difficult for the evil aura to penetrate into it. The whole domain is completely prosperous. The Seafang continent also presents a prosperous scenery. However, just when everything was developing steadily, something unusual happened in a strange area in the Endless Fire territory. This place belongs to one of the 4 continents of the Endless Fire territory and belongs to Princess Xingqian's governance area. In a special void, there is a scene of abyss, and now there seems to be some strange aura, constantly emerging. Princess Xingqian and the others did not report it due to Xiao Yang's many high-level daily affairs, but the results of the abyss detection have not progressed, and there is no damage at all, so this kind of thing is concealed. Xiao Yang and Cai Lin had returned to the Endless Fire realm for a few days, but they had lived a peaceful life for a few days. 2 holy flames, a tyrant weapon, and even the inheritance of the 10-colored swallowing python, these kinds of opportunities are really eye-catching. During this period, Zuna has gained some benefits from her retreat and practice, and she has already left. With the mysterious reincarnation seal at the center of her eyebrows, her strength has reached the level of the 5th reincarnation level. Only after the reincarnation is completely successful can it be improved. After all, in the reincarnation order, the real watershed is before and after the 5th reincarnation order. As for the Tianxia Farxfi brought back from the demon world, its ownership has been agreed by Zuna and Kaylin, and given to Mu Yingying, who is still in retreat. After all, this girl's life is really distressing. Xiao there is Fenju, among these holy flames in the middle and lower reaches, only Mu Yingying is the most suitable. Since the hidden danger in Sister Kaylin's body has been resolved, the most urgent task now is to deal with the Second World War. During this period, although many of the top forces in the entire Dacian world have not been attacked by outsiders, people are panicking, and Daqiangong seems to be delayed by some troublesome things. The Four Realms Alliance meeting will start here in a while. Brother Xiao Yang is also needed to preside over the overall situation. In a quiet courtyard in the Endless Fire territory, 2 women and a man appeared here. Zuna put her pink head in her palm and looked at Xiao Yang with some obsession. There is more of a faint aura than before, this kind of power, even the color scales can't be retracted freely. After all, the power of the 10-color swallowing python is too special and strange. Well, they should have come, let's go. Xiao Yang chuckled lightly and raised his head to look at the high sky of the Endless Fire territory. Turning his head to look at the 2 women beside him again, Xiao Yang couldn't help but feel a hint of pride and happiness. Zuna is the main room, the proud daughter of the ancients, the lady of the family, dignified and elegant. Kaylin has a cold and beautiful temperament, but her temperament is extremely aloof and arrogant. The 2 women have their own strengths. They are not like Mu Yingying, naughty and cute, and even have a silent mentality like Yunyun. However, any of the 4 women's expressions could easily touch Xiao Yang's heartstrings. This seems to be one of the purposes of protection and strengthening. Boom. Endless Fire Territory Endless Altar. This is a sacred flame altar formed by several mistresses of Endless Fire Territory and Xiao Yang, sheltered by the power of several holy flames. The brilliance of the holy flame is rising, and it has a multiplier effect on the cultivation of fire attribute powerhouses. It is also the area with the highest specification of the Endless Fire field. In the past, it was heavily guarded, and no powerhouse could easily step into it. According to the rumors of many powerhouses, there are probably more than 10 kinds of holy flame auras left in the Endless Altar. At this time, in the void of the Endless Fire territory, the space channels used to connect various realms are roaring with majestic energy, and even on the Endless Fire territory, one after another high-level executives of the Endless Fire territory appear together. Here, the Ghost World Center, the Deputy World Master, the Master of Soul Eater, and the Master of Li Soul Domain, Du Qifei. The void surged, and a middle-aged man with a gloomy complexion stepped out step by step. His eyes were as deep as stars, and he looked up at this Endless Fire domain as soon as he appeared, with a smug look on his mouth. This is the Endless Fire territory. It is much stronger than my soul-devouring territory headquarters. No wonder this kid doesn't look down on my mantle. The Soul Eater smirked, and then fell down gently. As for Du Qifei, who was beside him, she was in the form of a fairy from the dust, but her eyes were also slightly surging, as if she was looking for something. When his beautiful eyes looked at Xiao Yang's figure moving from a distance, a little warmth filled his heart, but when he saw the 2 women beside Xiao Yang's body, a sigh filled his heart. In this life, I have no relationship with him, and I can only cut off the thread of love, but knowing this, the real feeling of this scene appears in front of me, and my chest still hurts. The Deputy World Master of the Center of the Heavens, the ***** of War King Shura, and the Master of the Moon God Palace, Yueru. Mistress Yunyun is also back. Another voice fell, and a dazzling light flashed in the void passage. Headed by Mistress Yunyun, there is also a beautiful woman beside her, her icy eyes matched with the moon mark between her eyebrows, giving her an awe-inspiring aura. As soon as Yueru arrived here, she noticed Xiao Yang and the 2 women beside her, her eyes wrinkled slightly, and then she bit her silver teeth. Come back to visit his father. Don't worry, your father has been under the protection of Endless Fire territory, waiting for the meeting to end. You can visit at any time. Yunyun smiled sweetly, naturally aware of Yueru's concerns. Yueru snorted softly. Instead of opening her mouth, she closed her mouth and waited for the arrival of other figures. In addition, It was the middle-aged man behind the two women who exuded a suffocating aura. People are puzzling. The famous existence of Dacian world is also the deputy realm master of the center of the heaven after reconstruction, the acting world lord of the demon world center, the nine-tailed demon fox, and the lord of the demon domain, the black evil dragon wolf. The two figures gushed out again, and the incomparably overbearing demonic energy spread out. The great elder of the fire elf clan and Lord Xiao Yi. After a while, the void surged again, and the dazzling flames swept over. Above the entire endless altar, there was a faint hot wave swept out. For a time, a figure that Xiao Yang was familiar with has arrived, and this time the main characters of the alliance have gathered together. The demon realm, the ghost realm, the heaven realm, the fire elf clan, the endless fire realm, and the Four Realms alliance cannot be delayed. Everyone, please take your seats. Looking at the well-known figures in front of him, Xiao Yang smiled casually, and the flame seat in the endless altar emerged. Thanks for your hard work. While walking, Xiao Yang quietly approached Yun Yun's ear, let out a breath of hot air and whispered. Yun Yun's trip to the heavens not only greatly improved Yunchi's medicine refining technology, but also completely handed over the Huashan Palace to Hua Qianqian, which made the relationship between the two forces reach an unprecedented level. Do a lot. This guy, the strength has increased a lot. I don't know if it was intentional or not. Yun Yun's cheeks blushed, and after a while, she could only bite her silver teeth and take a seat. Other figures also took their seats, but the strength of the powerhouses gathered here is terrifying. The Lord of Soul Eater in the Ghost Realm is the 6th reincarnation rank, and Du Qifei is the 6th reincarnation rank. The **** of war in the heavens, King Shura, the 6th level reincarnation level, and the peak of the 5th level reincarnation level of Yueru. The nine-tailed demon fox in the demon world is the 6th level reincarnation level, and the black dragon and wolf is the 5th level reincarnation level. At the 5th level of reincarnation, the great elder of the fire elf clan, Xiao Yi has already stepped into the realm of half-step 5-level reincarnation. In addition to the fact that Feng Weina, the guardian of the Xiao clan in the endless fire territory, is now an unprecedented strength powerful. The growth rate of your brat's strength, but it's a little scary. As soon as everyone took their seats, a strange smile appeared on the face of the Soul Eater Lord. He stared at Xiao Yang carefully, and after a while he lost his voice. Wanting to travel the world by himself, he finally obtained the evil weapon, and his strength increased to the peak of the 5th layer reincarnation. After the catastrophe in the ghost world was over, he relied on Xiao Yang to refine the precious medicine for himself and stepped into the 6th layer reincarnation. This chance it can be said to be eye-catching. But how long has it been separated from Xiao Yang? This guy's strength, it seems that he can't even see through it. Cough cough. Being stared at like this by Soul Eater, Xiao Yang could only laugh dryly. He couldn't say that his strength was a matter of course, right? After all, the powerful people in their respective regions are all prominent figures in their respective regions. Others have worked hard to cultivate for thousands of years, but in the end they are not as powerful as Xiao Yang, a descendant who has cultivated for 100 years. If this kind of thing is said directly, it will be too shocking. Being reminded by Soul Eater, the representatives of the 4 major powerhouses cast a doubtful look at Xiao Yang. At the beginning, the ghost world and your party were in a hurry. This is a top immortal technique. It swallows the sky and devours the earth. It is quite effective when combined with the soul-devouring talisman. After an instant, the Soul Eater Lord waved his big hand, and a pitch-black scroll emerged out of thin air, and immediately projected it towards Xiao Yang. The faint power of devouring, even in the endless altar, the holy flame has a faint touch of being swallowed by it. This is a top immortal art of wood attribute, stone wood **** realm. Seeing the master of Soul Eater spend so much, the nine-tailed demon fox did the same, and a green scroll full of endless vitality emerged out of thin air. The two forces of heaven and fire elves looked at each other. Obviously, they did not make such adequate preparations, and they could only dormant quietly. Thank you, two seniors. Xiao Yang gently stretched out his hand to accept it. He naturally knew that in the current 6 or 7 reincarnation levels, Only top immortal arts can deal with the powerhouses of the same level. Substantial harm. After the 6th and 7th levels, it is similar to the power of the demon realm world lord, and it is probably the fighting skills of the demigod rank. Looking at the slightly strange atmosphere in the field, the top executives of the Endless Fire territory sitting cross-legged behind Xiao Yang couldn't help but have black lines all over their heads. Their domain owner, it seems that it is really not simple. Domain lord, all adults, we should be able to discuss the alliance. After a while, Feng Wanna, who was behind her, got up gently and said. At the beginning, her strength was the triple reincarnation rank. After the failure of transcending the calamity, she became so old. Then, relying on the background of the Endless Fire Realm Pill Hall, she not only restored her beautiful appearance, but even broke through her strength to the 4th level. However, Feng Wanna was still brooding about Xiao Yuntian's obliteration of their guardian lineage. Even if she knew that there was some misunderstanding, she still couldn't convince the guardian lineage behind her until the truth came out. Seniors, let's get down to business now. As soon as the words fell, the originally soft atmosphere also began to become tense. Because they know that the next discussion about the alliance will not be a simple matter. Alliance matters are small, and subsequent alliance moves are big. The Second World War has begun. Now the situation in the Great Thousand Worlds is tense. It is natural to gather all the seniors to further strengthen the connection between each other and form an alliance to form a four-sided shelter. Xiao Yang's indifferent voice passed through the ears of everyone on the endless altar, like thunder. The only forces that can be trusted today are the ghost world, the demon world, and the heavenly world, such as the fire elves. If other forces whose whereabouts and identities are uncertain want to join the alliance, they will all decide together. The new force after the alliance is called the Endless Flame Alliance with Xiao Yang as the leader of the alliance, and the Elder Pavilion is established under it, and those with strength exceeding the 6th reincarnation can join it unconditionally. The leader of the alliance has power. Mobilize power and decision-making power, but if more than 2/3 of the strong in the Elder Pavilion object, you can cancel all the orders of the leader, or even remove the leader. Kaylin's icy eyes flickered, and she spoke lightly, completely finalizing the specific matters of this alliance. Of course, among the 3 realms now, all of them have received Xiao Yang's favor, so they will not have any resistance to the alliance. What really worries Xiao Yang is the alliance's subsequent actions. Does Xiao Yang want to set up an alliance for a peaceful corner, or take the initiative to attack? Can. Okay. Agree. All the powerhouses nodded at the same time, naturally agreeing with what Kaylin said. Then, the Endless Flame Alliance will be established from today. Our goal is to take the initiative to attack and repel the foreign evil race on the premise of maintaining our homeland. Next, you should explain a little about the background of your respective forces, so that the Alliance can know what stage its ultimate combat power is in, and also formulate a series of measures for the next action. After Xiao Yang finished speaking, his eyes suddenly narrowed and he said curiously, I have experienced the scenes that happened in the ghost world and the heaven, so I generally know its strength. However, similar to the mysterious demon world, or the fire elves, the strength and background seem to be a bit vague. Xiao Yang's voice just fell, except for the Soul Eater. The eyes of the others showed a slight look of astonishment. This guy looks harmless to humans and animals, but he does things without any ambiguity. With such a capable person as the master of the Endless Flame Alliance, the worries in their minds slowly fell. Now in the ghost world, Lord Lei has regained control of the ghosts and gods' myriad manifestations umbrella, and Duo Chifei has control of the evil bead. The strengths of the two are slowly merging. Waiting for complete success, Lei Lord may hope to step into the real 9th layer. Rank, Du Chifei's strength will also skyrocket to the 8-fold cycle of reincarnation because of the reincarnation seal. As for other strengths, because of the catastrophe in the ghost world, our ghost world center lost a lot. I am the only one in the 6th level reincarnation rank, and the 5th level or even the 4th level, nearly 10 people. The Lord of Soul Eater was the first to speak, revealing part of the strength of the ghost world, but the tone of the words, the power of the ghost world is still not optimistic. 8th, or even 9th. Hearing the arrogant words of the Thunder Lord, The corners of the eyes of the strong people in the field couldn't help but jump slightly. The seal of reincarnation is the seal of inheritance left by the powerhouses of the reincarnation rank before they die. When the reincarnation level powerhouse falls, you can use special power to disperse the reincarnation seal, and choose those who are destined to become your reincarnation. If the descendants who are selected as their reincarnations can successfully reincarnate completely, their reincarnation powerhouses will not only recover to their peak strength during their lifetime, but can even break through the shackles and enter the next rank. Lord Lei's strength had reached the peak of the eightfold reincarnation order during his lifetime. If the two of them succeeded in reincarnation, it would be tantamount to the ghost world possessing the peak power of the Great Thousand World. However, this approach is also very obviously evil. Once the reincarnator who is selected as the reincarnation falls, both of them will fall. Our celestial forces are a little weaker. There are only a few strong people around the 5th level reincarnation order, and 2 people in the 6th level order. Other reincarnation level powerhouses are also relatively rare. Yueru nodded her head and shook her head slightly. Obviously, after the destruction of the immortal world, it will take a lot of time to restore the celestial world to its former glory. In our demon world, the World Lord is currently retreating to attack the 8th level, and the Deputy World Lord is out to investigate some obscure things. There are dozens of people in the 5th level reincarnation, the 6th level reincarnation, and the 7th level. There are also a few people. The 9-tailed demon fox spoke, and there was still a hint of pride in his voice. After all, the demon world is the most powerful realm apart from the human world. However, when the king of beasts fell, the strength of the demon world was squeezed by the human world, and there was no one in the 9th level rank. Since then, the strength of the demon world has shrunk greatly. Hey, second brother, our Fire Elf clan's current strength is slightly stronger than that of the heavenly realm. After all, many old guys in the clan have woken up. The strength of those guys is affected by Yaroji's crown, and has reached the 5th level or even it's the 6th level. Xiao Yi grinned and said, obviously this trip is also on behalf of the Fire Elves. I see. At this moment, Xiao Yang also had some certainty in his heart. These strengths and backgrounds are no different from the greatest bargaining chips and backgrounds of the Endless Flame Alliance. Digital 5-layer reincarnation, 6th layer, or even 7th layer powerhouse, even in the Second World War, self-preservation is not a problem. The real question is how to distribute these powers. And Xiao Yang still hasn't forgotten that one of the purposes of this alliance is to find the former allies of the Xiao clan, and to explore matters such as the Thunder Lord's extermination of the clan. Only when these matters are completely resolved, the Endless Flame Alliance will be united. As the Lord of the Endless Flame Alliance promulgated a decree, the 2 refining halls in the Heavenly Realm and the Endless Fire Territory headquarters will be completely opened, and I will spare no effort to support the reincarnation-level powerhouses in the Endless Flame Alliance. It is also excellent to add a little strength. At the same time, the channel for absorbing talents is opened. Outsiders must go through layers of identity confirmation to join it. Once they join the Endless Flame Alliance, whether they are individuals or forces, they will receive the same level of pill rewards. For those who are above the 5th layer reincarnation rank, I will personally refine the 9th grade medicinal pills for them. Orders in an orderly manner suddenly poured out from Xiao Yang's mouth. Hearing such words, many high-level officials above the Endless Altar, whether they are the old man with bones, cold-blooded generals, or those veteran figures who joined not long ago, their faces were loosened at this time, and they were stunned. 8th grade pills, or even 9th grade pills, might have become strategic resources during the Second World War, but Xiao Yang was so willing. Xiao Yang's attractiveness is not too big. In the entire Great Thousand Worlds, the only powers capable of refining 9th grade medicine pills are the Heavenly Medicine Refining Church and the Medicine Refining Holy Land in the center of the human world. Such a large-scale effort is tantamount to summoning people to the world. A moment later, after saying all this, Xiao Yang's tone and expression were extremely dull. Although refining the 9th grade medicinal herbs is extremely tedious, the strength of one of the refining halls, himself and Yun Qi, is not in vain, and this is also to prepare for the real decisive battle. After all, Darkiangong and people the world center cannot be trusted. This move by the leader is really a wise move. At this moment, even King Shura, the of war in the heavens, couldn't help but give a thumbs up to Xiao Yang's audacity. Such courage is not something ordinary people can do. The chips for gathering the powerhouses have been released. Let's see what choices those swaying forces have made. However, the situation in the Dacian world is still not optimistic. Since the end of the catastrophe in the ghost world, the extraterritorial evil clan seems to have disappeared. I am worried that they are planning something in secret. Nowadays, the identities of the Buddhist world and the demon world are unknown. I am afraid this is the top priority right now. After a short while, a trace of concern appeared in Xiao Yang's eyes. Although the peak strength of the sixth-layer reincarnation is very powerful, it is still a little powerless when facing the foreign evil clan for it. Now it should be necessary to find the town of demons. Besides, there is also the crown of Chang'e in the heavens, and we should start looking for his trace. After all, only she knows about the crown of Yaoji, and even the news of several stronger people. Well, but among my fire elves, a newly awakened Taishang elder asked the old man to tell the leader. Holy King, Yaoji, Chang'e, these should all be strong men of the same period, and only one of them can be found slowly. If that's the case, let's start looking. Next, start to rectify their respective forces, and then look for the demon suppression prison. The alliance has been established. From now on, everything needs to become tense. What the ally said is very true. Yes. For a time, the Endless Flame Alliance was completely established, and a new force seemed to be slowly pouring out. Domain Master. Someone is coming. And just after everyone's conversation was over, when they were about to go back to rectify the forces, the guard in charge of the space channel in the Endless Fire territory roared. It sprang out of the void and exploded in the quiet hall. The majestic energy surges, like a group of gorgeous fireworks, stirring up the entire silent endless fire field. The majestic white mist is full of some kind of strange power, and even the countless holy flames that shelter the endless fire field are slightly twisted. There seems to be some kind of terrifying atmosphere that is slowly coming here. Extraterritorial evil race. For a time, in the entire endless altar, the hearts of many strong men were startled, and their faces could not help but become solemn. Once it is confirmed that the source of the breath is indeed the fluctuation of the evil race from outside the territory, I am afraid that there will inevitably be a real uproar here. It's not the fluctuation of the evil race from outside the territory, but an extremely strange power. It's a poisonous mist. Step aside. At this time, Kaylin's pretty face was icy cold, her enchanting snake eyes flickered, and her slender jade hand twitched directly to grab the explosion core of the passage hall. As if grabbing something. Once that splendid poisonous mist spreads in the headquarters of Endless Fire territory, I am afraid it will set off a real disaster. After all, this poisonous mist, with the strength of Kaylin today, feels a little thorny. If you face it, it will be corroded and turned into pus and blood in an instant. Xiao Yang, Zuna, and Yun Yun frowned, and the power in their bodies kept rolling. The establishment of the Endless Flame Alliance is a top secret. Even the powerful forces in the Great Thousand World are not aware of it. Logically speaking, it should not be known by the powerhouses of the extraterritorial evil clan, and they should be ruled out to destroy or even warn them. Their minds were slightly condensed. A little bit. Kaylin's surging energy, icy killing intent permeated the air, and with the splendid 10-color swallowing skylight all over his body, the eyes of many strong people present were slightly squinted. For a time, Kaylin's true strength was also revealed. Kaylin's strength is actually the 6th reincarnation rank. In the Endless Fire territory, it seems that only Xiao Yang, Feng Wanna, and the others are the strongest, and the others are the white-boned old man who has just joined. And not only Kaylin, but even Yun Yun and Zuna around Xiao Yang, the fluctuations on their bodies are not bad. The 5th layer reincarnation or even the 6th layer, even if it is placed in the Great Thousand World, it is a truly significant combat power. Cough cough, finally arrived. Kaylin's energy grabbed his wrist, and suddenly a ray of light wrapped in green aura poured into everyone's sight, and there was a weak voice gushing out of it. This voice. When many high-level executives heard this faint voice, their hearts suddenly shook. Don't go there. That layer of green aura is a deadly poisonous mist, and even I am not fully confident in dealing with it now. Kaylin's pretty face was cold for a while. As soon as Kaylin's voice fell, the entire altar was dead silent. Even Kaylin, who inherited the 10-colored sky-swallowing python, was a little powerless about this poisonous mist. The green air mass trembled, and the strange poisonous mist contained in it turned out to be burning and corroding holy flames, twisting the void, but after the blink of an eye, there was a middle-aged woman with a tired face, but this woman was covered in scars. Nearly dying. Poison god palace poison soul? Looking at this figure, Xiao Yang still recognized it at a glance. The person in front of him was the poisonous woman who led Xiaoyixian to the poison god palace. How could he look like this now? The whole body was bathed in the green poisonous mist, and the blood-red veins on the face spread like nerves throughout the face, gloomy and infiltrated, and even above the body, countless dark evil breaths like bloodthirsty shadows constantly nibbled at her. Few lives. Today, she seems to be a dying person. Lord Xiao Yu, and all the adults, please, save the demon world. In an instant, tears flowed out of the poisonous woman's eyes, and her voice became choked up for a while. What the asterisk is going on? At this moment, the eyes of countless powerhouses in the altar simultaneously focused on the poisonous woman, and a bad premonition emerged. Could it be that now that the demon world has been attacked by the foreign evil clan, the demon world is the next target of the foreign evil clan? But why didn't they get any news? Under the coercion and temptation of the foreign evil clan, the world master of the center of the demon world betrayed the demon world and took refuge in the foreign evil clan. With the help of the fifth evil god, he was promoted to the new sixth foreign evil god. Now they are leading the army with 2 evil gods and countless foreign evil tribes, trying to bloodbath the entire demon world, thus completely opening the channel between the alien evil tribe and the Great Whirl. Poison Soul said weakly, and the misery under his voice could not be added. Those guys in the center of the demon world, they really deserve to die. The Lord of Soul Eater was furious when he heard the words. The demon realm is the most special area among the 7 realms, and unexpectedly, it is still being targeted by the evil race from outside the realm. Now that the poison god palace has fallen, the little Doctor Immortal has taken the lead, and even rashly motivated the poison god cauldron to shelter many creatures. Otherwise, without the protection of the little Doctor Immortal, the entire poison god realm would have already turned to dust. But the gathering of the 5th evil **** and the world master in the center of the demon world is not something that the demon world can resist and deal with. Now the survival of the demon world is only a matter of time. The poisonous woman's voice was icy cold, and every word was heart-wrenching, causing a chill in the hearts of the strong present. It turned out that the powerhouse in the center of the devil took the lead. No wonder we didn't receive any news. At this moment, the hearts of many powerhouses became solemn for a while, and then they cast their gazes towards Xiao Yang invariably. Now that the Endless Flame Alliance is established, it seems that all actions require someone to issue orders. Leader Xiao, look at the current plan. For a time, the representatives of the 4 major forces turned their heads to look at Xiao Yang, and the fighting intent in their eyes was surging. There are both good